Hello everyone, I am Micaela Nasete, and for today, we are going to talk about how to develop an authentic assessment. But first, let's have the background of it. So, in the journey of education, assessing students' understanding and mastery of learning objectives is paramount. However, traditional assessment methods often fall short in capturing the depth and the authenticity of student learning. And this is where authentic assessment enter, which is it is a dynamic approach that not only evaluates what students know, but also how well they can apply their knowledge in real-world context. Developing authentic assessments involves a thoughtful process that begins with identifying standards and culminates in the creation of rubrics tailored to specific tasks. This systematic approach ensures that assessments align closely with learning objectives and provide meaningful insights into student achievement. Now, let's delve into the step-by-step process of crafting authentic assessments that inspire, challenge, and accurately reflect student learning. So, in crafting the authentic assessment, there are four steps. First is to identify standards. The first step in developing authentic classroom assessments is to identify standards or learning objectives you want your students to achieve. These standards serve as the foundation for designing assessments that accurately measure student performance. Thus, without standards or a goal for students to achieve, it is impossible for a teacher to create an authentic assessment since it is the basis, the foundation in order to create one. Next, we have the second step, which is the task development. Once you have identified the standards, you need to develop tasks that align with those standards. These tasks should provide students with opportunities to demonstrate their understanding and mastery of the content or skills outlined in the standards. Third is the criteria identification. After developing tasks, it is essential to identify the criteria for evaluating student performance on those tasks. These criteria outline the specific characteristics or elements of good performance that indicate students have met the standards. Clear criteria help ensure fairness and consistency in assessment. And now we have to develop the rubric, which is the last step in crafting an authentic assessment. Finally, you create a rubric based on the identified criteria. The rubric outlines different levels of performance for each criterion, allowing for a nuanced assessment that distinguishes between varying degrees of student achievement. The combination of criteria and performance levels forms the basis for assessing student work authentically. Rubrics provide valuable feedback to students and help teachers make informed decisions about students' progress and instructional next steps. So, the four steps in crafting an authentic assessment is to identify the standards, develop a task, identify the criteria, and create a rubric. In summary, by following these steps, teachers can make tests that really show what students know. These tests help students think, solve problems, and use what they learn in real life. Using this kind of tests, like a portfolio, an example of authentic assessment, helps students learn better and do well in school. And that would be all about creating an authentic assessment. Thank you.